Now, the who, what, huh? Who, what, when, where, why? All these different sales approaches by all these different salespeople are really mind-boggling. You see, I don't think anybody really knows how to approach certain clients. I don't think anybody really teaches their sales staffs, right, and or themselves as entrepreneurs and or executives how to properly handle certain clients. I've seen so many of my friends open companies and or become high-flying, falutin executives of these sales institutions, and they just get thrown into a position and they're expected to know what to do. No one is showing them, no one's teaching them what clients want and where the values are. It's really death-defying to my ears and my eyes, and I'm saying, what's going on? Like, if you don't know what to do, why did you get that job? Why are you asking me? Why are you trying that job? They're not teaching you these things? No, Mike, they told me to figure it out. Okay, great. Well, you need a base, right? You need a foundation. You can't just start building the roof to a house without the walls. They need to give you something to go by. Oh, well, they're going to send me over to this corporate training seminar. Oh, well, no, Mike, they told me just to, get on the phones and, to start selling right away. And I look at them and I say, where's the sales approach? Well, where is the sales approach? Who, what, when, where, who? Now, I started to go into some of these companies, and I talked to my friend's director, and I said to him, how can you hire, right, let's call him Joseph, and expect him to perform at a level that he never currently was at and doesn't correctly understand your sales force and or mission statement? I said, what is your past success? What have you guys accomplished? And have you done this before? They said, well, Michael, I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you asking me that. And they said, our sales approach has always been to do X. I said, okay. Well, what about why? What about who, what, where, and how? You see, a lot of people aren't aware of this. A lot of people just go through life and just think they can hire somebody into a position and they say, well, that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to figure it out. Well, how is your company supposed to get profitable by hiring somebody like that? How is an individual supposed to get thrown inside of a situation and just supposed to know what they're doing? But isn't that exactly why we're going through this series? Because you as an entrepreneur, you can't just go start an internet business. You can't just go start a call center or become an insurance agent and become a big realtor, right? You can't do these things without a base. You need to be able to teach others. You need to be able to use your concepts. So now, what I want you to do with Sales Freaks is understand that we have different sales approaches. Who, what, when, where, how. Now, moving forward, why we buy. Undisturbed prospects will not buy. Persuasion is the process of getting your customers to clearly associate their states, the most desired feelings in here to your product and or service. The second part of persuasion is to get the customers to associate not buying, right, to the aggravation, to the pain of not having your product, right, and or service. Create a situation. We have to create situations out of all these different molds. You as a salesperson, you have to realize that we buy because we're either undisturbed or we buy because our process is not clearly associated to our states. That we buy because we need to associate buying or purchasing this product or service to something that we don't normally have, to something that's taken away from us. We have to have a situation created for us. So take notice of that and realize that if you don't create a situation for a client, you're in a lot of pain. You're in a lot of trouble. You're not going to make the sale. Whenever and whatever you're pitching, dozens of factors will figure the final decision of all your prospects. All else being equal, you have the edge. If you can establish a personal connection, connect emotionally and intellectually so they like and trust you more than your competitors. How can you get your prospects to like you? Ask yourself these questions. How will your prospects like you? What more can you do as a salesperson? How can you get somebody to purchase your product? What can you do in order to get somebody to purchase your product? Will they love your product? Will they hate your product? That's ultimately going to be up to you, but dozens of factors will figure the final decision for your clients. Again, you have to have an edge. What is the edge inside of your sale? What is your unique identifier for your product and or service and or you as a salesperson? Are you telling people about it? Now, focus and be sincere. If you appear nervous, right, and or unsure or devious, right, you're going to be incompetent. If your sales presentation does not respond to their concerns, you just grind on with a prepared pitch. They will decide that you don't care about them, right? Just like our wives and spouses. And their problems. You're going to think like you really don't care about their true feelings. That you don't care that they wanted leather seats and you're trying to sell them cloth because it's a deal. You're going to tell your clients that they should choose this house because it's a good deal, but they really want the house. That happened to me. I got pressured into it. And being a salesperson, we're the easiest persons to close, people to close. And why did I get closed? Because I had everybody, all the peer pressure on top of me, and then I made a quick, rash decision on something with the realtor knowing that it wasn't for me. And instead, they just wanted the sale. And that's why I would never go back to that realtor. And I didn't. And I had another realtor sell my house. And they made a lot of money from me. If the first realtor just gave me what I wanted, they could have made that money. More importantly, you have to stand 100% behind ideas, products, and or services that you want to sell them. Pick up on their concerns and address them. Listen, I have United Healthcare for my family, and I trust that they will be there for me in my time of need like countless times before. Give people testimonials about yourself. If you give people the testimonials about yourself, you will win. You're going to win over all the clients. You're going to realize that people have emotional reasons to purchase a product from you. That they don't just have initial reasons, they have something attached to it. They have the pain associated with now purchasing from you. So what is your unique identifier? What are your emotional reasons in order to close somebody? Figure them out, get it right, and make it make sense to all of your clients.